Hi guys, welcome to my vlog. At today, ang gagawin natin challenge is trading challenge. Magsisimula tayo sa ballpen hanggang tumaas ang value nito at hindi natin alam kung saan tutungo ang challenge na to. So, let's start. Yun, so guys, may nakita tayo isang estudyante. Try natin makipag-trade sa kanya. Kuya, ano yung trade? May challenge ako. Ang challenge ko ay trading. So, itong ballpen na to, kailangan ko itong mapataas yung value. Ano kaya sa tingin mo yung pwedeng i-trade dito na mas mataas yung value?
Hindi ako ng ballpen mo.
Ganda yan, HBW 2000.
Oh, 2,000.
Hmm.
Ayun niya.
Hindi, tingnan natin kung ano pwede.
Pwede ba to?
Yun, pwede na to.
Magkano
Ano
yan,
ba to?
pre?
Ano bang brand nito?
Ano yan eh? Miniso.
Oh,
Pre,
Miniso.
yan.
Miniso guys. So,
Oo.
sa tingin ko mga ano to, 250. So, from 7 pesos to 250. Pwede na to guys. Salamat.
Sige.
So guys, next spot. Dito tayo. So, nandito yata tayo guys sa pagawaan ng kung ano-ano. So, kaya natin maghanap ng estudyante. Hello, kuya. So guys, may next person. So, ito, 250 yung halaga nito. Kuya, ang challenge ko is trading. Ano kaya ang pwede mong i-trade kapag ito na mas maganda? Pwede lang tayo. So guys, wait natin kung ano tukoy ni Kuya. Baka cellphone to o iPhone. Sunscreen, no? Grabe naman yan. Ano bang brand dito? Wasapa. Ano bang brand dito? Pwede na to. So guys, sure ka Kuya pag titribute ko para dito sa ito? Sige. So from 250 pesos, naging 1.5. So, galing. Ayos. So, next target tayo. Sino yung ready ka? Are, medyo mayaman to eh. Naka-shades, naka-sunglass. Kuya, so may challenge ako. Trading to. Itong photo to is worth 1.5. So, ang challenge ko is pwede kang, ano kaya ang pwede mong i-trade dito na mas, siguro alam mo yung mas mataas yung value.
Wait lang.
Kasi wait lang.
Magkano yan? Magkano yan?
1.5 po to 1.5.
1.5. Ito yan, cellphone.
Cellphone?
Okay. Oh,
Legit to? Legit to?
digit yan.
Wala na bawian?
Wala nang bawayan.
So guys, nakipag-trade siya. From phone to cellphone. So sobrang laki na ng value nito. Magkano po itong cellphone niya?
8.5.
Wow, 8.5. So from 1.5 naging 8.5. So guys, good shit. So guys, tapos ulit tayo ng last student pwedeng i-trade yung cellphone na to. So, tara. Bale, check natin kung may mga students pa dito na pwede natin i-trade itong cellphone na to. Pwede na nga lang, i-uwi ka na itong cellphone na to eh. Okay. So guys, parang may naririnig ako mga nagagawa dito ah. Try natin i-trade ng cellphone na to. Yun, saktong-sakto si Kuya. So Kuya, ang challenge ako. Ang challenge ko is trading.
Trading.
Pare, ang cellphone na to is ite-trade ko sa'yo.
So ano yung first object na ito?
Ito is from ballpen to cellphone. From 7 pesos to 8,000 pesos. So, bale,
So galing ako sa mechanical technology. So, kakatapos lang namin mag-ano. What if i-trade ko na lang itong chisel?
chisel. Guys, papayag ba tayo? Chisel to? Cellphone to chisel? Sige, try natin. Magkano bang value nito siguro?
Ang mga 5K na lang.
5K. So, bali, lubo pa tayo ng 3K.
Pwede na yan, kuya. Pwede na yan, kuya. Oh.
So guys, trade natin cellphone sa chisel. So guys, dito na tatapos ang ating challenge. So bale, nag-start tayo sa ballpen, naging earphone, naging coat, and naging cellphone, and lastly, naging chisel. So guys, bibigyan ko kayo ng konting background about chisel. So chisel is one of the most valuable tools aboard ship in that flat called chisel. These chisels are usually made of octagonal tool steel bar stock, carefully hardened and tempered, and are used for cutting purposes where chips or hacksaw cannot be used. So yun lang guys. Maraming salamat sa pagmanood.
Guys, wala na akong pera. Bakit kaya kay ate? Bakit? Meron ka ba dyan? Wala na akong pera eh. Hindi ko pa sure eh. Wait lang ah, may natawag. Ano ba yan? Hello?
Hello, Dari, ikaw ba yan?
Uy, ba't ka napatawag?
May bagong decorations kasi dito dumating sa bahay. Ay, hindi naman ako maalam magkabit nito. Free ka ba mamaya?
Mga anong oras ba?
Hapon kaya?
Hapon. Sige, sasama kong pinsan ko.
Ayan, thank you, Dari.
Uy ate, promise mo, sasama mo ako ha? Oo na, sige, late na ako. Sige, bye, thank you. Your first lesson for today, Leia, is all about drilling holes in a wall. Wow! I love using the drill. Pero bago ang lahat, kailangan muna nating magsuot ng goggles at gloves para proteksyonan ang ating mata at kamay sa anumang mga maaring bagay na tumalsik.
Ganito ba, Dari?
Yan, tama yan. Pero itali mo muna yung buhok mo para hindi makasagabal sa iyong mga mata at para hindi na rin pumulupot sa drill. Ito, okay na. Yan, mukhang ready ka na. But before that, let's go outside para maturuan kita kung paano gumamit ng drill.
Sige, tara.
Pero bago ang lahat, kailangan muna natin ilagay itong drill bit sa chalk.
Did you know that there are two main types of drill bit materials? The high-speed steels and cemented carbide drills. High-speed steels are commonly used due to their ability to withstand heat and wear at good speeds. Cemented carbide drills, on the other hand, are suitable for drilling hard materials as they can operate at higher speeds and withstand even higher heat. The dead center is the sharp tip edge at the end of the drill, always at the center. The point is the entire cone-shaped cutting surface. The heel is behind the cutting edge, and the lip clearance angle is behind the lips. However, the margin is a narrow strip along the flutes, ensuring the right hole size, while The body clearance is slightly smaller than the margin, reduces friction with whole walls.
Pwede ko bang subukan gamitin to?
Sige.
Ang hirap naman ito, Dari. Pwede mo ba akong turuan kung paano ang tamang paggamit ng drill?
Note that before a drill is used on any kind of work, it is important that it be correctly ground and sharpened. If a drill is not in proper condition for work, it will drill with difficulty, make a hole that is rough or off size, and perhaps break while in use.
Ganito kasi ang tamang paggamit ng drill, Leia. Una, markahan mo kung saan mo nais ilagay ang butas. Tapos, itutok mo ang drill bit sa kung saan mo minarkahan. Hawakan mo ng maigi ang drill para maging maayos ang pagkakabutas. Tapos, pindutin mo ang speed trigger para umandara ang drill. Pag nakuha mo na ang nais na lalim na iyong ginawang butas, tanggalin mo ang drill at linisin ang mga alikabok. Now, ikaw naman, Leia.
Oo nga, Dari. Ang dali lang pala mag-drill.
Yan, handa na tayong magkabit ng decoration sa loob. Ayan, tapos na natin ilagay ang mga decorations.
Oo nga. Maraming salamat sa pagturo sa akin kung paano gumamit ng drill. Para sa susunod ay makakarakit na ako.
A day in our life as an industrial engineering student.
Pero wait, teka lang, sa Kamanyo, isa sa mga core subject ng industrial engineering ay ang IMP or Industrial Materials Processes.
Kaya today, isasama namin kayo sa isa sa mga benchwork classes namin for this subject. Isa itong paghahanda ng mga IE student para sa real-world setting, lalong-lalo na sa production at manufacture.
At isa din sa mga topic dito ang mga tools or hand tools such as hacksaws, hammer, chisel, punches at iba pa. Included din dito ang equipments at machineries tulad ng drill at vices.
For today's video, isa sa mga i-discuss namin sa inyong tools ay ang file or files.
File is a hardened tools for cutting, smoothing, or polishing metal. It has many cutting edges which are like small chisels and are harder than the material being worked upon. It has several parts such as the tang, heel, face, edge, and the point. Files also vary in length, in shape, in arrangement, or in the cut of the teeth.
Files have either single cut or double cut teeth. Single cut files have rows of teeth na cut parallel to each other. Yung teeth nito ay nakaset na sa angle of about 65 degrees with the center line. Ito din ay ginagamit for sharpening, tools finish filing, and draw filing.
Okay po, hello po. So, I'm back. Okay, so saan tayo nagtapos? So, dito tayo nagtapos kanina sa hammer and then screwdriver. So, ibalik ko lang sa screwdriver.
Do
you guys ready? Because we are now about to embark on a journey through the fascinating world of screwdrivers.
Before we delve into their unique traits, let us first understand the parts of a screwdriver.
The body is the main handle of the screwdriver, providing grip and control during use. It's typically crafted from sturdy materials like plastics, rubber, or metals for durability and comfort.
Next, we have the shank, a long slender shaft that extends from the body to the tip. The shank comes in various lengths and diameters to accommodate different screw sizes and applications.
Lastly, we have the tip, the business end of the screwdriver responsible for engaging with the screw head. The tip can vary in shape and size depending on the screw type it's designed to work with.
Now that we understand the components of a screwdriver, let us explore the four main types and their unique attributes, starting with the timeless classic, the standard screwdriver.
First up, we have the standard screwdriver, a timeless classic that's been staple in toolboxes for generations. With its flat slotted tip, the standard screwdriver is perfect for driving screws with single slot or grooves. Whether you're assembling a furniture or performing a basic repair, the standard screwdriver is always ready to lend you a hand.
Another type of a screwdriver is the offset screwdriver, which is an innovative tool designed for accessing screws in tight corners or hard-to-reach spaces. It has one blade forged in line with the shank and the other blade at right angles to the shank. With its clever design, the offset screwdriver allows you to navigate obstacles with ease and making it easier for tasks that require precision and flexibility.
Another type of screwdriver is what we call the Phillips type screwdriver, a cross-shaped tip. This design makes it easier to turn the screw without slipping and allows you to apply more force. It is great for tight screws and keeps them more secure. With this Phillips type screwdriver, it makes it easy to put in or take out Phillips screws for all sort of jobs you might do. It is a handy tool for fixing things around the house or working on projects.
Pasok ka? Masters? Doctors? Nagde-defense ka? Galing pa.
But not least, we have the ratchet screwdriver, a hand tool that combines the convenience of a screwdriver with the efficiency of ratcheting mechanism. It is used to drive or remove small screws rapidly. With its reversible ratchet action, the ratchet screwdriver enables you to tighten or loosen screws with minimal effort, making it ideal for repetitive tasks and tight spaces, and it's a useful tool for mechanical work and home repairs.
And there you have it, the Ford and each with its own unique features and benefits. So whether you are a professional or a DIY enthusiast, understanding the different types of screwdrivers and their components help you to choose the right tool for every job.
Okay, so that is the additional inputs for screwdrivers. So from the video presentation, it shows and explains the and describe what is a flat or the standard screwdriver, the Phillips screwdriver, the offset screwdriver, and the ratchet screwdriver. Okay, so next we have another presentation for shears. Okay, so let us see the additional inputs.
Welcome sa iBox! Ako nga pala si Alaysa Malunay.
Ako si Gio Owen de Castro.
Ako si Kelly Cantos. At ako si Katrina Karaan.
Ito nga pala ang aming vlog tungkol sa shears and slips.
Magandang araw mga ka-iBox! Ngayon ay magtatalakay tayo ng iba't ibang uri ng shear at snips. Tropa, ano ba yung shears at snips na yan? Ang shear at snips ay iba't ibang klase ng kagamitan ng panggupit na may iba't ibang disenyo at gamit.
Ang unang snips ay tinatawag na straight cut snips. Ang straight cut snips ay kilala sa kanilang pagiging matulis at direktang tanim, na may disenyo para sa tuwid na pagputol ng mga metal at iba pang bagay.
Circular snips. Tulad ng kanilang pangalan ay may kurbadong disenyo sa talim nito. Ito ay para sa mga gawain na nangangailangan ng pagputol ng metal na may kurbadong forma. Ang bolt cutter ay isang kagamitang panggupit na dinisenyo upang maputol ang mga malalaki at matitigas na material katulad ng bakal, alambre at mga bolt. Ito ay may malaking panga na ginagalaw gamit ang leverage upang maputol ang mga material na ito.
naman sa kampanya.
Sunod na uri ng shared snips ay tinatawag na hawksbill snips. Ang hawksbill snips ay may barbadong talim na ginagamit para sa mas mahusay at detalyadong pagtutol, lalo na sa mga design ng curve or zigzag ng mga telang metal at iba pang materyales. Thanks for watching, guys! Please like and subscribe. Sana may natutunan kayo.
Okay, so additional input for shears as dun sa video presentation na present yung types of shears and snips, which is straight, Trojan, Knoxville, circular, ball cutter. Also pinakita dun yung paano gamitin. Okay, so naintindihan nyo po ba yung process kung paano siya gamitin? For example, circular snips, it is used to cut circular shape na parts. Okay? Okay, so may questions sa shears and snips? Wala. Okay, sunod. So kanina naman na-present na yung tinatawag nating saan tayo tapos? Sa chisel. So let's see another presentation of chisel from another section. Meron pa ba? Chisel. Okay. Okay, next drill. Files. Siguro files ang ating sunod. Okay, let's go for files.
In our life as an industrial engineering student, at isa din sa mga topic nito ang mga tools or hand tools such as hacksaws, hammer, chisel, punches at iba pa. Included din dito ang equipments at machineries tulad ng drill at vices. For today's video, isa sa mga i-discuss namin.
Yes po.
Sir, digaho yan yung pong kanina lang.
Yung files. Hindi ata natapos kanina dahil ako pumasok na.
Sa inyong tools ay
Natapos po ba ito kanina? Yung files?
in arrangement or in the cut of the teeth.
Dito na ata.
Files have either single cut or double cut teeth. Single cut files have rows of teeth na cut parallel to each other. Yung teeth nito ay nakaset na sa angle of about 65 degrees with the center line. Ito din ay ginagamit for sharpening, tools finish filing, and draw filing. However, in double cut files, it has a crisscross rows of teeth na kung saan yung double cut form nito ay nagbibigay ng diamond shape na suitable for quick removal of metal and for rough work.
So for the different types of file according to their shape, una, we have square file large. Ang hugis nito ay parisukat o square sa Ingles at medyo tapered. Next ay ang flat file. Ang file na ito naman ay rectangular cross-section in shape at it is made slightly tapered both in width and thickness. Para sa triangle file naman, ito ay hugis at sulok at may angle na 60 degree. Ang ginagawa sa file na ito ay filling of B-slots job, square, and rectangular jobs na mas mataas sa 60 degree at mas mababa sa 90 degree. For the round file, ang ganitong uri ng file naman ay may round section. Ito ay ginagamit para sa pagkuskus o finishing keyhole na may maliit na diameter. Habang ang half-round file naman, it is a file that is on the side and curved on the other side. Double cut dents are cut on it
And kagaya ng round file, it is also tapered. Gamit ang file na ito, ang nasirang butas can be set in order again. Knife file, ang hugis nito ay parang talim ng kutsilyo. Ang manipis na gilid nito ay humigit kumulang 10-degree angle. Ginagamit ito para sa pag-file ng maliliit na uka at mga puwang na ang anggulo ay mas mababa sa 60 degree. At ang panghuli ay ang flat triangular file. Ito naman ay isang uri ng hand file na may tatlong flat surface at isang triangular na cross-section. Ito ay karaniwang ginagamit para sa pagpapatalas at paghubog, lalo na sa mga masikip na espasyo o sa makitid na mga ibabaw kung saan maaaring hindi magkasya ang ibang mga file.
At para naman sa cross-sectional shapes of files, first is mill files. It is available with either square or round edges or with one safe edge. It is also used for latte work, draw filing, and other fine precision work. Second naman is flat files. It is a general purpose files which is generally used when a fast cutting tool is desired. Third type naman is the square files. It is tapered on all four sides and are used to enlarge rectangular shaped holes and slots.
Round files serve the same purpose for round openings. Small round files are often called rat tail files. A round file is used to create smooth, rounded edges on a variety of materials, including metal, plastic, and wood. It's important to note that other types of files like half-round files and triangular files are also used depending on the specific shape and edge that needs to be worked on.
Ang wording file ay isang file that is extremely thin na may sharply tapered edges. Its chief use is on work where space is limited. Moreover, ang knife files ay isang file kung saan merong isang thin edge at isang thick edge na ginagamit madalas sa mga keyways at slots. Sa kabilang banda, ang rasp ay similar din sa file except that it has a coarse teeth traced by a triangular punch at usually itong ginagamit sa wood. Lastly, ang hand files ay isang uri ng files na katulad ng flat files, however, it is much thicker but their edges are parallel.
Dahil nalaman na natin ang meaning nito, paano nga ba natin gagamitin ito ng maayos at tapat? Paano nga ba? We're an IE students. Of course, alam namin na ang correct way to hold a file is with the handle against the palm of the right hand. Thumb on top, tapos hold the end of the file in the left hand with the finger curled under it. Paano ba? Hindi ko ano ba yung thumb on top niya? Tapos yung finger mo, yan. We're an IE students. Of course, alam namin na kapag nagpa-file, lean the body forward in forward stroke and straighten up at the end. The file must be held straightly or the surface of the work will not be flat. Yan. Yep. Belly, lean pa, yan. Straight. Tapos held mo tightly. We're an IE student. Of course, alam namin na not more than 30 or 40 stroke per minute should be taken sa pagpa-file. Because we remember that too much speed will cause the file to rock, and the corners of the stack will be rounded up. 38, 39, 40. Uy! Tama na din. Okay na yun. Hanggang 40 lang. We're IT students. Of course, alam namin na sa pagpa-file, we must consider the weight of our hands because too much pressure will bend the file and tend to have an effect in the figure of the file. Dito pa! Yan! Kalma!
Okay po, so that is files. So may mga part kasi na mute kasi doon sa mga sound effects na ginamit nila. And then kapag in-upload kasi sa YouTube, yung mga copyrighted background music at saka songs ay natatanggal. Okay, so can I call Ron Kilio Jake for the evaluation of the video presentation? Jake, Ron Kilio. Nasa si Jake? Wala. Okay, next we have Relativo, John Lester. Relativo. Evaluation of the video presentation. Pakilaksan ng boses. Lester?
Rinig po ba, sir?
Yeah, sige. Okay.
Wait lang po, sir. Ano nga pong tanong niyo po, sir?
Evaluation of the video presentation.
Sa files po nga po, ano? May iba't ibang difference po ng files. May square file, triangle, round file, knife file, flat triangular file.
Okay, so and then ano pang pinakita doon?
Tsaka yung kung paano po siya gamitin. Ang paghawak po is dulo sa dulo, tsaka 30 to 40 lang po ang kailangan dito.
Okay, so thank you. Tama si Mr. John Lester. And then I'll be showing you an additional input. So kanina na-presenta naman tong mga to. So tingnan ko lang kung minalikdangan ako. So lahat ng yung pine-present is part of a bench work. So pag sinabi nating bench work, it is a type of activity na ginagawa in a bench, and then it refers to a job that is completed at a stationary setting. And then meron tayong carpentry and then hand tool. So idagdag ko lang yung safety, hindi natin na-discuss kanina. So when we work with shop, so we must always recognize and we must always be aware on the do's and don'ts na kailangan natin gawin at hindi kailangan gawin sa loob ng shop. Una, recognize safe and unsafe work practices in a shop. Wala ba yung presentation? Ayan. So, ibig sabihin, kapag alam natin na tayo ay pwedeng mapahamak, huwag natin gagawin. Second, perform your job in a manner that is safe for you and other workers and develop safe work habits. Develop responsibility for personal safety and safety of fellow workers. Think safely and work safely at all times. Keep hands away from moving parts. Get first aid immediately for any injury. So, pag may emergencies, yun yung pwedeng gawin. Pero kung hindi alam, malapit lang naman yung clinic, we send our classmate immediately to the nearest clinic. And be neat, tidy, and safely dressed for a job being performed. Never wear loose clothing, short sleeves or rolled up. Remove or tuck in all neckties. Always tie shop apron in the back. Long hair must be protected by hair net or cap. No canvas or open toes sandals. Remove wrist watches, rings and bracelets, and always wear off-road safety glasses. Okay, and then housekeeping, yan nga. So ito yung lagi kong paalala pag tayo ay nag-shop na next week. Keep machine and hand tools clean. Bago at pagkatapos kailangan nilinisin. Keep floor free from oil and grease and other debris. Sweep up metal chips on floor frequently. Lalo kayo magkakat kayo. So wawalisin. Never place tools or metals on floor close to machine. Do not place tools and materials on machine table. Never use rag near moving parts, and remove all bars and sharp edges while file before handling any workpiece. So ang ating do's and don'ts bago mag-work at pagkatapos mag-laboratory, lilinisin yung pinagkalatan. Parang sa classroom din, required kayo na bago at pagkatapos ng klase, kailangan nilinisin ninyo yung inyong pinagkalatan. So, safety is everyone's concerns and responsibility. For the hand tools naman, you should put your tools in safe place while you are working, hindi yung pakalat-kalat. Put tools away while you are through with them. To save time, assign each tool to a place in a toolbox. Do not leave sharp tools in a floor area and use the right tool for the right job. And then, ito, na-discuss na naman natin to, yung mga laying out tools, etc. So, tapos na tayo dyan. Yung procedures, napakita na rin naman sa video presentations yung iba. Ayan. And then, hammer. Na-discuss na rin yan, yung mga types ng hammer, ball pin, straight pin, cross pin, claw hammer, sledges, and then, punches. Bench vise, hindi pa. So, later on, edi papakita clamps, wala pa rin. Screwdrivers, tapos na tayo. So, we have the standard, we have the offset, we have the Phillips and the ratchet. Pliers, okay, wrenches, yan. Mamaya papakita natin sa video. And then by and by, babalikan natin. Shears and snips. So, meron tayong straight snips, scroll pivoter, circular, hawksbill, trojan, and bolt cutter. Punches, ito yung diniscuss kanina, So, it is a tool for stamping, perforating. Meron tayong center punch. And then, meron tayong prick punch. We also have the starting punches, pin punches, aligning, and hollow shank. Hacksaw, yan. So, papakita ko muna and then mamaya ko i-discuss. We also have chisels. Okay? Napakita na din sa video yung chisels. Okay, so next. Ang hindi ko pa na-discuss ay, after ng hammer, ay bench vise. Okay? So, may video ba tayo sa bench vise? Okay, let's see. Okay, so wala tayong video presentation for bench vise. So, ang bench vise, so meron tayong two types of bench vise. We have the machinist vise and utility vise. So, ang machinist vise is a heavy-duty holding tool with parallel jaws and either a fixed or swivel base. So, the utility vise is satisfactory for general work and is designed for a variety of uses. So, as you can see in the picture, yan yung ating typical components ng ating bench vise. Meron tayong movable section, anvil, hardened jaws, fixed section, spindle, and sa Tagalog, anong bench vise?
Gato.
Gato. Okay, very good. So, siguro naman nakakita na lahat ng gato. Okay, ito yung ating machinist vise. So, meron tayong do's and don'ts. So, for satisfaction operation, keep the vise clean, oiled, and in good general condition. So, the screw that operates the movable jaw should be lubricated frequently with light grease or heavy cylinder oil. So, the slide should be wiped clean every day and light machine oil should be spread over it. So, never oil the swivel joint. Okay, alam nyo swivel. Nasaan yan? Okay, ano sabi dyan? Never oil the swivel joint of a vise, however, as its holding power would be impaired. The next, always tighten and loosen Vise by holding the handle with the hands, applying the weight of the body to secure the turning pressure. Do not hit vise handle with the hammer, and when the vise is not in use, the jaw should be brought directly together with the handle in vertical position. So safety, never be sure to keep fingers clear of the jaw. So wala naman sigurong tanga na maglalagay ng kamay dito, sa hardened jaw. Okay, yung swivel ay itong mga gumagalaw, ito, swivel joint. Saan na yun? And then, saan na tayo? Number 2. Okay, pabasa naman ako, Benedict Cabier, number 2.
Number 2 po.
Use care.
Use care to keep them from being pinched between the end of the handle and the head of the spoon. The latter accident being a very common one.
Okay, use to care, pinch, and then next, when holding heavy work in vise, it is advisable to place a block of wood or metal under the work as a prop to prevent it from sliding down. Care should be exercised to see that the vise is not open beyond the limit. So if it is necessary to pound against metal parts in your vise, be sure to pound against the back jaw. Okay? Next, we have clamps. Okay, tingnan natin kung may video tayo sa clamps. Okay. So marami pa pala tayong video na wala. Marami pa pala tayong topic na wala, So yan yung mga ipapagawa ko sa inyo. Ang una ay bench vise. Wala pa pala tayo. Second ay ang clamp. Okay, so pag sinabing clamp, ito yung that hold parts together. So ito yung pangkapit. When the vise is not available, clamp can be used as a gripping device. Kita niyo yung kanina yung ginugupit na yero, yung nakaipit doon sa yero para hindi gumalaw. Ang tawag doon ay clamp or C-clamp. Ito yung pinaka-common C-clamp. So it can be used to hold pieces of materials together while they are being worked on. So a different kind of clamp is often used to make a temporary fastening in the engine room when it is desired to lift or take a strain on some object. To do so, the clamp is securely fastened to a convenient beam and a line or small hoist then suspended from clamp. So after ng clamp, we have screwdrivers. Tapos na naman tayo dyan. And then napaliwanag na rin. Then next we have pliers. Okay? So tingnan natin kung may video tayo ng pliers. Okay? So meron tayong video ng pliers. So meron tayong video ng pliers. So let's watch this.
The next one is a The next one is the battery pliers. Battery Ayoko na!
She's cute, right? But that's not all, there's more. So keep watching till the end. Let's go!
Hi guys! Welcome to our vlog! And we are here to discuss the 8 different kinds of pliers and its parts. Diagonal pliers. The name comes from how the cutting edges of the jaws are set at an angle. Diagonal cutting pliers are used for cutting wire and small pins in areas that cannot be reached by larger cutting tools. One of the primary applications of diagonal pliers is in the field of electrical work. This is the diagonal pliers. The diagonal pliers have joint, jaws, blade, handles. The next one is the locking pliers. Locking pliers are available with many different jaws types, such as needle nose pliers, wrenches, clamps, and various shapes to fix metal parts for welding. These pliers, also known as vice grips, have a double lever action that allows the jaws to lock when the handles are squeezed together. Is the locking pliers. The locking pliers have fixed handle, fixed jaw, movable jaw, adjusting bolt, connecting rod, release lever, and movable handle. The next one is the battery pliers. Battery pliers is specially designed to treat the square-shaped bolts used in battery terminals. When servicing automotive batteries, these angle-headed pliers grip bolts tightly in their serrated jaws, holding them securely without digging into the soft metal of the terminal. This is the battery pliers. The parts are tip, cutters, pipe grip, jaws, pivot point, and the handles. The next one is the snap ring. A snap ring pliers is a hand tool used for installing and removing snap rings. These are different from other pliers as they have a specially designed tip for handling snap rings. And this is the snap ring. Snap ring has tips, spring, pivot joint, and handles. The next one is long nose pliers. Needle nose pliers, also known as long nose pliers, are both cutting and holding pliers used by artisans, jewelry designers, electricians, network engineers, and other tradesmen to bend, reposition, and snip wire. They can bend, cut, and grip where fingers and other tools are too big or clumsy. Long nose pliers are good for reaching into tight spots where regular pliers are unwieldy. Here are long nose pliers. Its parts are tip, nose or jaws, cutters or pipe grip, fulcrum or pivot point, and handles. The next one is combination pliers. These are a type of pliers that can perform more than one function in a single tool. This will usually be both gripping and cutting. They're typically used by electricians, workmen, and tradespeople for bending and cutting through tough metal wire and electrical cables. These are combination pliers. Its parts are jaws, pivot point, handles, pipe grip, and cutters. Lineman's pliers. Lineman's pliers are commonly used to cut, strip, and bend wire. The jaws of lineman's pliers have 3 parts. Some are used for gripping something round like a pipe or rod. Some are used for twisting wires, and others are designed to be used for a combination of tasks like cutting wires. This is the lineman's pliers. Its parts are clamp screws, jaws, cutting, thumb stops, and pivot point fulcrum. Wire twisting pliers can be applied as wire cutter, strand cutter, pliers. It adopts a 3-in-1 design in aircraft, automobile, industrial, and other industries to provide you with work convenience. It is used in twisting bolts, oil caps, drain cocks, bulbs, and single twist electrical connectors. And that's all for today. Thank you guys! Bye-bye!
Watch out! Bloopers ahead!
Okay po, so that is pliers. Okay, so can I have some recap from the video presentations? Can I call Jericho, Aya, Jericho. Jericho, Aya. Wala. Next we have Balmes, Barry Leo. Mr. Balmes. Hala, wala na yata akong eskwela. Wala na rin si Balmes. Pag tinawag ko, 0 at wala. Manalo, Javen. Javen, Manalo.
Sir.
Yes.
Rinig po ako.
Yes, you're audible. Javen.
Wait na po, naglalag. About po dun sa video.
Yes.
Ang flyers po ay for scraping objects. And there are 8 types of flyers. The diagonal flyers, locking flyers, battery flyers, snap ring, long nose flyers, combination flyers, lineman's flyers, and wire twisting flyers.
Okay, thank you, Javen. Next, we have Mr. John Pitlander Coolies. Do you have any additional inputs? Mr. Coolies, wala. Wala. Next, we have Mr. Dumalaog Johnson. Inputs?
Meron na po yun, sir.
Can you have some inputs regarding the video presentation?
Sir, hindi ko po sir masyadong marinig. Buwa po maingay po din sa sa burol po ng aking lola. Kumutend lang po talaga ako.
Okay, sige. Next we have
Pasensya na po.
Aldwin Kirby. Tagay, condolence na lang. Aldwin Kirby. Aldwin. Wala. Next we have Justin Paul Chavez. Mr. Chavez.
Dito po.
Yes. Can you give some inputs?
Flyers po is hindi lang po gamit sa gripping po. It can also be used to flyers. Additional po dun ay commonly makikita po sa parts po ng flyers ay ang joints, handles, blades at jaws po nito.
Okay.
Yun lang po.
Sige, thank you. Next we have Mac Lawrence. Convento. Mac Lawrence. Wala. Mac Lawrence, wala. Next we have
Yung pong
Yan,
po,
sige.
combination po, yung combination flyers po. Ano po? Ang para po maging combination po, meron po yung jawls, 5 pivot point, handles, cutter.
Nawawala internet ko. Nawala internet ko, guys.